Alrighty. So this is a replay from tournament Umai's hosted, RTK Umai's. It was a siege tournament. Pretty fun. The replay doesn't count down, the replay counts up, but the attacker has 20 minutes to win, and the defender has to last the 20 minutes, or, kill the entire attacking army. Either or. Attacker has slightly more funds than the defender. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good system. I was playing Cathay versus Umai's is Nurgle, and we could play it on fast forward a little bit. But I had a whole bunch of cannons and rockets. I just wanted to try them out and use them, and I'd take out his towers first, so then I could freely bombard. He does destroy my cannons, but I have some Hellblasters still harassing him. Meanwhile, on the flanks, I did put Jade Lancers in the trees, so he maybe couldn't see them, and I could get a sneaky in. And I decide that I hate not having a marker when I'm watching replays. Anyway. So there's only one Forsaken here. I'm going to run these Jade Lancers over here and bust down that gate and get inside. Those two Jade Lancers are going to bust down those gates and get inside. And Nurgle's going to send some Rod Flies over to investigate, but I'm not super worried about fighting them because they are terrible. So I can defeat them if I want to. Fate of Buna is cast on my Great Longbow Rider. It's going to do a lot of damage to that unit. As we push in, I have a Dragon Blooded Shooting and Lord of Yang. Nurgle has a bunch of Forsaken, some Cultists and stuff, and I have two Terracotta Sentinels. Meanwhile, Terracotta Sentinels are going to fight the Exalted Great Unclean One. And this sallying forth Nurgle did is not working out for them, as the Hellblaster rocket batteries can now actually see things. Whatever these are. Fire rain rockets. So all of Nurgle's Plague Bearers at Forsaken get messed up. Now Rod Flies do come in from the side. They're going to take out all my cannons. Yada yada. Great. Overall, Nurgle's not liking this trade too much. He starts to pull back inside. My Dragon Blooded Shugi Lord runs inside with some Rod Flies and gets the Longbow Riders to fight it. Meanwhile, the gates have been broken. My cavalry are now pouring in. I start to take the supply points just to shut down some of the towers and give myself a little base of operations here. So I take these two, start throwing the cavalry over to support some things, and meanwhile the Rot Flies are still being annoying to my longbows. We do have a big Terracotta Sentinel over here, a little isolated, fighting Rot Flies and a Cultist forever. As we finish busting through that gate, taking it for ourselves, we can actually just walk through here. Just down Cultists and the Beast of Nurgle, going to finish them off, and the last of these Forsaken. Nurgle lost a lot of forces. Out of his 400 he started with, he's down to about 150. I still have about, 2/3 of my starting force. I get some cavalry to move up in here. What I didn't notice is Umai's starts building walls behind me, so I can't retreat. Didn't really see that coming. Otherwise, I should have pulled out right about now. Then he starts building this one just as I want to run. My pathing gets screwed up because there's a wall being built there, and he swoops down and he gets a lot of Jade Lancers, so good catch. Over here, I catch his Cultist. Quick drop in from the Shugi Lord should rout him. Can't shatter him, unfortunately, because Nurgle units have insane leadership. Especially with the fort helping them out. Fight the Rod Flies, getting rid of them. We are getting poked by towers overall, so I do need to come up here, take the central point, shut down all the gates. At this point, I have 6 minutes left to win the game. Remember, it counts up, not down for some reason. Taking the rallying points, they no longer get their leadership buff. Even without their leadership buff, they're pretty darn high on leadership. Still have 2 supply points I don't have time to take, but I do have to go take that plaza. I am ticking up on victory tickets, but I'm not going to get enough of them before the time runs out with just this, so I do have to move up. Bringing the last shattered remains of my forces forward. For Nurgle, 98 versus 661. Start fighting some Rot Flies. I don't play a ton of capture point modes, so I think in a little bit I make a mistake of sending some Jade Lancers down to try and take this point. They get shot by a magic tower, but it takes them a lot longer to take it than I thought, and that turns out to be pretty brutal for them. Cultist Nurgle does Cultist Nurgle things, and even though surrounded by big strong boys, he just takes no damage and he's fine. Jade Lancers start to go in the little soiree, and there are 2 barriers here that are stopping me a little bit. Cultist Nurgle still won't die. Cultist Nurgle still won't die. I charge over here and get a quick kill onto that one. Get rid of him forever. Don't want to deal with him. This one is routing, and I don't have time to deal with him. I have 3 minutes left on the clock. Got across the bridge. I tried to get the pathing to go across all 3 bridges so we wouldn't clump up so much, but pathing AI is pathing AI, and they get all clumped up. Over here, I sent these guys to go capture this, and then they all chain routed because they're getting shot by this tower, and then they all died, and that was bad. So fighting ensues. I swear when I notice that this happens, I give this guy an order to come up here, but then the pathing wants to take him all the way around the map. Yeah, the shortest path, humans would say, is go up and around through here and go up there, but these Jade Lancers want to go all the way back and up through here for some godforsaken reason. Anyways, we're trying to cross the bridge. Everybody's clumping up on the central bridge instead of spreading out in any way, shape, or form. The towers are beating them senseless. Nurgle is down to just an Exalted Great Unclean One and the Forsaken of Nurgle. I have 2 minutes left on the clock to win this game. Cultist Nurgle, healing captain, running away, though he's kind of blocking up some of my forces. We're still getting pounded by towers. I didn't have time to take the supply points. Jade Lancers are taking the worst possible pathing route to get all the way up to me. Ah, pathing. Anyway, we're trying to get through these last stupid little defenses, and Umais has been sallying forth and going back in, sallying forth and going back in, just trying to distract me. Still trying to break down these things. I think I'm getting a little bit of poke on the Exalted Great Unclean One. I need to start getting him crumbling. Come up here, get a quick breath attack, bust through. Alright, cool. Pile into these guys. The Exalted Great Unclean One gets hit by his own tower yet again for some reason. It loves hitting him. It hits him a lot. Blast these Forsaken, and then a quick Thunderbolt will also hit them. They're going to break pretty soon. Nurgle has 47 guys. 30, 29. So they're routing. The only thing left on the map that is standing here is the Exalted Great Unclean One. I have 30 seconds left to win this game. I pretty much have to get army losses at this point. Get a rear attack from the Shiki Lord. He's getting shot by his own towers. He's getting shot by my crossmen. He's surrounded by Jade Warriors, taking a lot of damage, This big guy manages to miss him because this guy's an idiot and I hate him. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds. Army losses hits. Army losses hits with 7 seconds left on the board. I want you to see that. 7 seconds after army losses hits. This guy starts crumbling. Crumbling. He's taking like no damage from the army losses. He's not even healing. He took 300 damage in 7 seconds for army losses. Crumbling slash disintegrating is a cool mechanic that is very balanced. And single entities don't take forever to crumble down. Nope. It is a normal, fine mechanic. Salt! That was a good game, though. Salt. Salt. Rat is salt. Bastards. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes.